Hello everyone, welcome to Cabbage Patch Soap. My name is Laura, and today we will be making the Wizard of Oz soap again. I'm going to be remaking it. I'm going to try again for that swirl. You remember last time the soap accelerated pretty bad, and it didn't have quite, the design came out but not quite how I would like it. So we're going to give it another shot. I'm just getting my chat set up real quick. So just take a moment here. Today we're going to be using the Star Showers fragrance because it smells really good. I think it'll go good with the theme. I also have used it before, so there's not going to be any major surprises. I'm going to try to focus on the design, the tornado design, instead of focusing so much on how well the fragrance matches. I also am really only left with a bunch of florals for my small containers and also some oceany scents, which I have a different plan for. Okay, so I'm going to get my gloves on, and then we can start taking the soap out of the molds. Hope everybody is having a really good week. I know for me it's going good so far. I've got a lot of soap to make over the next few days. I've already made one batch, and now I've got to cut them. I have another large batch I have to make in a couple days. So all right, just getting all the tools kind of situated here. I've got my oil. I don't want that to be in the way of the cutter, so I'll just move that real quick. Okay. All right, just gonna cover this, keep the dust off. All right, so here is the individual bar. I'll just pop that out really quick. This came out really pretty. We've got that swirl. It almost looks like a rose, then this deep to light green on the sides. So I'm really happy with how this bar turned out. It smells really, really good. That fragrance we used was really nice. We used the pomegranate, and I'm just gonna set this on the shelf real quick. Let's see. I need a good place to put it. There's a lot of lighter color bars, and I tend to not want to put them beside a darker colored bar in case they touch each other and transfer the colors. So, okay, I'm going to put it with some other green bars. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right. All right, so we are done with this for now. And then we will go ahead and open this cutter and get the soap out of the mold. So here is how the rest of that Robin Hood soap turned out. Hi, Stacy, welcome. You can see the arrows and the pretty swirl design on top. So I'm just going to pull this out, pull off the sides like that. And then I'm just going to turn this upside down, and I don't want to damage the arrows, so I'm just gently, I'm trying to get this air pocket. I want it to release. There we go. I can feel it releasing. Oh, the fan. 1 second. Let me turn that off. Okay. All right, the fan is off. And we will just pull this out. How are you doing, Stacy? I hope you're having a good week. All right, this is coming out, but it looks like the corners, it's like digging into the corners, so I'm going to try this way. Okay, that's much better. There we go. Sometimes getting the soap out can be a little bit tricky. All right, oops, almost dropped it. There we go. All right, so I'll go ahead and line this up and get this back in frame. There we go. I had to move the camera around a little bit so it's not quite in the same spot as it usually is. Hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. All right. Okay, so I'm going to turn this around because I think just from looking at it, looks fine, but you know, measure twice and cut once, that kind of a thing. I want to make sure I don't cut those arrows. Doing a tumbler while you watch, that's awesome. I won't ask you too many questions then, since you won't be able to type. If you guys don't know, Stacy has an Instagram where she posts the tumblers she makes, and they're really, really pretty. You guys should definitely go check it out. Okay, so I'm gonna carefully cut this. Ah, perfect. Didn't hit any of the arrows. Okay, so let's see how this looks inside. We'll pull out the first bar. This is how it looks on this side. Oh, that came out nice. I really like this red and the brown together. And then it goes into the green. That came out pretty cool. Whoops, there you go. There's that side, and then here's the top with the arrow. It's super cute. The soap is still a little bit soft, so I'll have to be delicate with it. Okay, here's the next bar. It's a really neat looking swirl. Here's the other one. It looks like there's a lot of motion, and that was accidental, but perfect for this soap, so really happy with that. And then here's that arrow. Just gonna set this aside. And here's the last bar. That really dramatic swirl. And then this side. And the arrow. I'm really pleased with how this came out. This couldn't have been better. It was even better than I imagined it would be. So I'm really, really happy with that. That's the thing with swirls, is you don't know until you cut the soap what you actually had when you're not constructing the soap, when you're just doing a pour and then a swirl. You can get an idea because I put the swirl tool through here. I kind of knew there'd be some swirling going on, but you don't always know exactly where everything's going to be. So this, like I said, it came out even nicer than I had hoped. So I even like where the green here, you could see all the lines. Came out really nice. I'm so happy. It smells so good. It has very nice, fresh, bright, like fruit fragrance and something else. It's really good. So there's those. I'm going to go ahead and put these on the shelf. And I have an idea for another soap from another black and white movie that I want to make. And I thought of the perfect fragrance for it, but I had to order the fragrance. So it should be here. I'm hoping it's here in time for Monday. If it is, we can make that soap Monday. Otherwise, it'll have to be Thursday. But I think, personally, that it will be a good combination of fragrance and the name of the movie. So I'm not going to tell you what the name of the movie is, but I'll give you a hint. It's very well known. Um, in fact, I think they sometimes show the movie on TV still. I don't know because I don't watch TV, but um, last time I was watching television, I noticed that they still played the movie. And it's in black and white. I forget if I said that already. And yeah, you guys can guess. Oh, you like it, Stacy? Awesome. Thank you. I'm so glad. Like I said, you never know. Sometimes the soap, sometimes it looks really cool and sometimes less cool, but it's always soap in the end. So I'm just going to wipe this down real quick, get the worst of this off here. All right. think that's pretty good. All right, I need to go put this back. I need to be careful because I have some soap over there that I don't want to knock over. So I will be right back. Okay. Okay. Just going to get these soap crumbs up real quick because I don't want them to interfere with this design that we're going to be doing. Here's the white. So if you missed the last one where I did the Wizard of Oz, I'm going to be using a little bit of white to tone down the blue. That is what that's for. And the blue I decided to use is Brilliant Blue from Nurture Soap. And I apologize, I spilt some gold on top of it, but it is blue. And Yellow Vibrance, also from Nurture Soap. And like I said, I'll be using the white to kind of knock down that blue a little bit because it's really, really bold. It's supposed to represent Dorothy's dress. And the yellow, of course, is for the Yellow Brick Road. And I'll probably be putting a tiny bit of titanium dioxide in that as well. And where did it go? For the tornado, oh, here it is. I'm going to be using something called Pewter Silver. I got it from Brambleberry, but I very rarely use it. I thought I would be using it a lot more than I did. But it's a very pretty silver gray color. I know I always call it something different. It's kind of a neutral gray. I sometimes call it, it's kind of a warm, cool gray, which is meaningless. But it's a decent color. It is pretty neutral. If I had to pick, I'd say maybe it leans a little bit on the cool side, but it's a very medium gray. It's good because it goes with a lot of different color designs, I guess you could say. And I'm going to adjust the camera slightly because it's too close because I can't. There we go. All right. I also need to get my stick blender. I left it over there. Just a second here. All right. Just to give me a moment here. Okay. I think I put it, here it is. Okay. I had to unplug it, so it's over here. I try to have everything ready when I start, but sometimes I have to start. Otherwise, I won't start. It's better to start than to make you guys wait for me to go get things. Okay, so I got that put together. I'm trying to see. Yeah, these oils have cooled down a little bit. These are a little bit warmer than room temperature. I had to melt them a little bit closer to the time of the live stream than I like, but we got it done. And with this fragrance, that shouldn't matter. Okay, you're done putting your top coats on your tumbler. Excellent. Yeah, you don't want to stop in the middle of doing something like that and have it, have it come out all bumpy or have things dry funny. That would be terrible. It's kind of like soap. As soon as I put in the lye water, which is over here, that's what I was looking for. I can't stop and answer questions or answer the phone or answer the door. People think I'm ignoring them, and I am, but for a good reason. Okay. All right, let me put this on 1 second. All right, face shield on. Especially since you were using the quick curing resin. Oh, that would be worse. Oh, that would be terrible. Yes, please do not risk your resin designs. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and I didn't pre-measure out these colors, so we're just gonna put them in and hopefully I don't mess up. But we're gonna go ahead and mix this, and then I've got the other 2 containers for the other 2 colors. In fact, you know what I'm going to do because of the gray last time? We only needed a little bit. Let me get a smaller container. I think it'll be easier to blend it together that way. Let's do that. I have a little glass one. I need to find some good plastic containers that are small that I don't know, that stack nicely and that I like, that don't break and yada yada. When I come up with something, I'll start using those. Okay. So just checking. Yeah, this is all a little bit warmer than room temperature, just slightly. And one more item goes in here. Hi Wanda, welcome. Oh, you're getting a snack, huh? I hope it was something yummy. Oh, Wanda, I went to get some fragrance oil for a certain soap that I'm making. And I went to Nurture Soap. And I checked to see, and they do have some of that glow-in-the-dark mica. So I got some. So hopefully pretty soon. Hopefully I can make some glow-in-the-dark soaps. Alright, so I'm going to just barely mix this. And I'm going to pour off the gray, this portion for the gray first. And make sure we get enough. And we do not need very much gray. It's probably too much. I don't care. We'll be fine. And I'll pour in the rest for the blue and the yellow. And let's see. I kind of like the idea of doing a little bit more blue and a little bit less yellow this time. The last time we were closer to 50-50. Let me just see how deep this is. Yeah, that's fine. And I think it would be better to do it that way. Okay. You got your glow-in-the-dark powder today? Awesome. Can't wait to see what you make with that. The glow-in-the-dark is so much fun. Okay, there's the gray. And this time I'm not going to lighten it. I think last time after the soap cured, not cured, but after it, came out of the mold and everything, the gray lightened up a little bit more than I had anticipated. So I think we'll leave it like this color. Let's see. All right, that looks good. And then I forgot to mention the fragrance we'll be using is, well, I mentioned but didn't show you, it's Star Showers from Nurture Soap. This smells so good. It smells, I always say it just kind of smells like magic. It's a very light fragrance. It's almost like sparkly smelling. I don't know. It smells like stars and magic, and I don't know, it smells good. Okay, let's get the blue mixed. Stacy's favorite scent, exactly. You put the final coat on your colored pumpkins glow-in-the-dark tumbler and your peekaboo Halloween tumbler. How cute. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Put that on your Instagram. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of this. That looks good. Let me make sure this is done mixing. Okay, that needs to sit. Okay, let's try this much. And then, of course, yeah, that's way more than enough. Okay. And then we'll knock that down with a little bit of white, like I said. It's hard to tell sometimes when I don't pre-measure it. But it's all good in the end. Yeah, this is such a pretty blue. It's really, really nice. It's hard to not default like, oh, I want blue. I'll just use this every single time. So I sort of force myself to get samples of different colors and find places to try them out because I want to see what they all look like. And there are so many pretty colors, but you know how it is. You kind of will tend to gravitate towards the ones you like. Okay, this is the perfect shade for her dress. It's that nice light blue that she had. Okay, and then the yellow. And I'll put a tiny bit of white in here, but I don't want it to be lightened too much because it's the yellow brick road, not the pale yellow brick road. Yeah, it's such a pretty blue. It's pretty before and after the white goes in, which is so nice. A lot of their micas, one of the things I like about them is they don't really turn muddy when you lighten or darken them. So if you add white, you get a light blue, not like a funny gray color. I don't know if that's just for soap or for everything, but I know that from when I first started making soap, that was one of the problems with my certain micas. Like, I don't even know if they are sold anymore, but they would sometimes turn muddy when you lightened or darkened them. It was such a pain. Trying to get all this down. Oh, I forgot to grab a spatula. Or actually, I had the spatula, but I set it aside. Let's get that. I should not have put that away. Okay. I had everything I needed, and then I got rid of it all. That's not how things are done. Okay. Getting all the mica off the side here. Okay. This is already starting to, not really thicken, but yeah, I guess thicken, but not like bad, not like it's going solid on me. Okay, the fragrance. Let's do that. Put this in. Okay, probably a little more. There we go. What I really want is a giant bottle of that, but I need to use up what I have first. There's a few fragrances that are so nice that I want to start carrying them and using them regularly. Okay, this is starting to thicken too. That's perfect. Okay, we'll mix this in. I might blitz this just to make sure that this yellow is really mixed good. Okay. But I don't want it to thicken because I don't want a repeat of last time. Okay. Okay. I'm trying not to get more air bubbles than necessary in here either. Okay. So this looks good. Oh, it smells so nice. It's a really clean, like a clean, fresh scent, but it doesn't smell like laundry. I don't know how to describe it. Even when I read it off the website, I'm like, okay, I can see where they're going, but that's not what I was thinking, you know. Okay. So let's do this like before. We'll go back and forth with this, with the gold, then go back and forth with the blue, and knock down the sides. There we go. Then back and forth with the blue. And we're not gonna swirl this because we're gonna make the tornado instead. So, oh, I always forget you guys can't really see. Okay, so go back and forth with the gold. And then we will finish with the blue on the top, I think. And then the gray. So let's put the blue on the top mostly. Like this. Okay, that looks good. And then we're going to put the gray, and that's going to kind of fill this mold up a little bit. So, debating whether or not to put fragrance in the gray part, but because it's not going to matter, but just in case. Okay. Because sometimes when I cut the sample bars, more than one or another will get cut, and then yeah. Anyways, okay. I just want to make sure it's really mixed in. Okay. And make sure there's no extra bubbles. Okay, looks good. All right, so I'm going to go back and forth in one spot, and then do it kind of from up high, so it pushes down a little bit. Okay, that's good. Okay. And then we get this swirl tool, and all I'm going to do is go down and then up, and that should make like a tornado type like tail thing that comes down. I can't believe I'm making tornado soap. Wait, you know what? Let me get the other. I like the other swirl thing better. Let me see. It's here. Okay, good. I did have it. It's right where it belongs. Okay. It's a little bit whiter, and I want whiter for this. Okay, let's go straight down and up like that. Perfect. Okay, so hopefully, if everything went well, there should be a tornado-esque kind of a design in there. I'm going to let this firm up, and then, I don't know. I was thinking of maybe, you know what, instead of piling up the little cloud, I have an idea. Let's do this instead. First of all, I'm going to push some of this back in so it doesn't get wasted. There we go. And then I'll take this. Let's see if you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay. But you can, so that's good. Like that, like storm clouds. So trying to pull in the blue instead of dragging the gray out there because there's not much there on the edge. There we go. There we go. That's better. I like that. Let me know if you guys like it better that way. And I should probably stop fussing with it. All right, so perfect. We're not going to touch it now. I'm going to set this off to the side. And soap mold, individual. Come on, tornado, I know, right? Oh, hi, Zooey. Okay, just double checking what you guys are saying. And let's see. This face shield is in my way. May have to take it off. There's some soap crumbs in here. Let me get the soap out. And we'll put this in here. Let me get this face shield off. Alright, there's better. Okay, now let's get the spatula. The one that I said I needed and didn't use. Alright, put it here. Try to get some of the soap off of here. Sometimes that straw gets full of soap, and sometimes it doesn't. We'll see. Alright. And then I'll scrape this down. Now, if this doesn't work, I may have to just kind of give up on the design. I mean, it's gonna work, I think, one way or another, just like the other one did, where you could see the line coming down, but it wasn't gray. So to actually get that gray line, I may have to make the tornado, like if I want it to come down like a funnel all the way to the bottom of the bar, I might have to make it out of soap dough or something. I just try not to make big objects like that out of soap dough because they're not scented. It's really hard to scent soap dough because if I do, then I'm stuck using only that fragrance in whatever soap I put it in. Unless it's one where I want like a blend of fragrances, which is almost never. So it kind of limits my use for that soap dough. So that's why I'm doing it this way instead of constructing a tornado and setting it in there. The other way I could do it is by pouring it like a little at a time and scenting each bit as I go. But I feel like I don't, I guess I'm just seeing like that leaves a lot of places for me to make mistakes, and I'd much rather just have the soap be cute. Let me see here. Funny story today. See, says I was working from home and he was laying on your desk and had his head on your cell phone and your friend texted and made him jump. Oh no, because it was right under his ear. How sad. Oh, that must have been terrifying. This is loud. Was it on vibrate or something, or was it like a loud beep in his ear? Because either one sounds like it would be pretty bad. I bet if it was on vibrate, it would feel like an earthquake. Be like, there was no earthquake scheduled for today. All right, now where this blue and yellow, the blue is coming off the spatula and it's kind of turning green, and that's fine because this is the individual bar, it doesn't matter. But that actually looks kind of cool either way. Let's see. A loud ocean wave with seagulls. Oh no, seagulls are pretty scary. Seagulls can be pretty aggressive, but only when you have French fries. They just come down. They're like, "Oh, thanks," and they walk off with your food or fly off with your food. And they'll take stuff from cats. They don't care. There we go. We got a pretty decent size bar out of that. Okay, let's swirl this. Let's see if we can get an interesting design. Okay, there we go. Well, that's something. I feel like we should do something to the top. Like it needs more blue. I think I got all the blue out of here though. I don't know if there's, like, I'm left with almost nothing here. Maybe there's a little bit. Could do some little bitty, like, swirl-ish shapes. I try not to make it look like I just drew on here with soap. Like, it's supposed to look natural, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Oh, here's some more blue. There. If this stuff didn't destroy paintbrushes, this would be kind of a fun, like, paint project. Just take some wet soap batter and then draw on the tops of your bars with it. Okay. There we go. An attempt, anyway. So that should pull all the colors together so it's not just gray on top. It's grout. Oh, wait, let's see here what you're saying. You have mockingbirds. Ooh. And around your house, you like to chase Zooey. Oh, how sad. Oh, it's Groot. I know who Groot is, but I never saw the movie. Man, they need to leave your cat alone. You need, like, mockingbird repellent. I don't know if there really is anything that would get rid of mockingbirds, though. Maybe, like, a bigger mockingbird. I'm gonna wipe these down a little bit. So, I think Wanda missed the question earlier, but I have another idea for these like old time black and white type movies, and using them as a inspiration for soap. And the next one, I had a really good idea, but I didn't have the fragrance, so I had to order it, and it should be here hopefully in time for Monday's live stream. In which case, I will be making it Monday. Otherwise, it'll be Thursday. But I was saying you guys should try to guess what it's going to be. It's a black and white film, and it's one that last I checked, they were showing it on TV still. Like, it was still something that they would show on TV from time to time. But I don't watch TV anymore, so I don't know if it's still being shown. That's just a big question mark. So you guys should guess. And I'm not going to give any more hints as far as like I'm not going to say who's in it. I'm not going to say like the story or the theme or any of that, because I think that'd be too much information. All I know is that I found a fragrance that was perfect for it, but I had to order it. Oh no, Wanda lost connection. Well, hopefully her internets will cooperate for her. Has she had a loss of connection during any of her live streams? Because that would be a massive pain. Okay, so I'm just wiping the stuff down. This isn't super exciting. But yes, leave your thoughts in the comments about what the movie might be. And on Monday or, well, whatever day I make the soap, I will let you know if you guys got it right or not. I'm not going to say anything before then. She hasn't done any lives except for one a long time ago. Okay. I remember, for some reason, I remember either her watching her do a live or something. Maybe I saw the recording of it and just thought that she was doing more lives. But yeah, if you have connection problems, that's the thing with like internet, is you want to do a live, you're kind of at the mercy of whatever internet provider you have. And if you can't switch, then it really sucks because um, obviously, like your stream will just end and you won't be able to do anything about it. And I'm not sure why, but YouTube has this weird thing where if if the live ends, I can't just restart it. I have to create a whole new live, and that's really confusing for people who are watching. So, anyway, welcome back, Wanda. We were just talking about the guessing game for the soap. Did you hear about the hint as for what the next soap was going to be? Oh, you live out in the country. Yeah, that'll make it impossible. Yeah, I was drawing a blank on movies too. I had to go look some up and see, search. I don't want to say too much again because it'll give it away, but I was searching for something and then this popped up and I was like, "Oh yeah, I've seen that one and I remember it." And so Wanda, in case you missed it, I found a really nice fragrance that's perfect for a soap that I want to make and for a certain black and white movie. And anyways, I had to order it. So it should be here in time for Monday's live. If not, then I will do it Thursday. Um, but oops, I am going to make it like a game. You got to guess what it is, and I'll tell you whichever day I do the soap. I'll let you guys know who was right. If you guys guess it, but basically, it's an old black and white movie, and they used to show it um, on the TV once in a while. It was something that I don't know if they still do because I haven't watched TV in a long time. So disclaimer, I don't know if it's still a thing. But at one time in the past, they did show it on television occasionally. I don't want to give away any hints. I don't want to say like who's in the movie or like what the plot is or like what genre it's from or anything like that because I think if I give out too much information, it'll be too easy to narrow it down. Because for me to do soaps like influenced by or inspired by movies, they have to be at least 75 years old. So you need to go back at least 75 years and then a movie before that. So um, anyways, those hints, and it's not a movie that I've already done, so this is not a repeat. And I'm reading your comments, but I'm not gonna say anything. And but yes, 75-year-old at least movie of some kind. And the only reason I'm making it is because I found a fragrance that I felt would really go well with that movie. And anyways, yeah. So um, and I won't tell you what the fragrance is either because that would also give up too much information. So if it comes in time, like I said, if it comes in time, we'll make it Monday. Otherwise, we'll make it Thursday. And if one of you guys guesses correctly, I'll let you know on that day. And yeah, so and if you have any other suggestions, of course, for any future videos, for future soap ideas, let me know. I think we're going to come to the end of this soap based on movies idea, not because I've run out of ideas, but because I do want to start making the Halloween soaps before it's too late. We are already coming close to the line. I probably should have already had them made, but I was enjoying this movie themed one. And yeah, so, and now I'm rambling. Yes, Halloween. Exactly. Um, and yeah, so I better end this before I ramble for another 20 or 30 minutes. So, you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I will see you all on Monday. Have a great night, guys.